Okay guys, what I got here is a 2000 model Ford Taurus with a 3.0 liter, and what we are going to diagnose today, it's a transmission range sensor. We have P0705 P1702 transmission range sensor circuit intermittent fault, tire axle ratio out of range. We're not going to worry about that. What I did here, I did a full scan for the whole vehicle, but we're going to concentrate on the trans range sensor circuit, P0705 and 1702. Okay, got the scan tool connected, and we're going to look at the current gear, is first gear, and transmission range is park neutral. The vehicle is in park, and transmission range D, it's a binary code 0000, 4 zeros, and transmission range voltage is at 1.02. okay, so I got my oscilloscope connected. I got all my leads connected, all 4 channels, and we're going to be looking at this 4 signals: signal return, transmission range 4, transmission range 1, transmission range 2, and transmission range 3. What I also got here, it's the voltage that it should be on park. It's 0000. That's what we're looking at here. We're looking at 4 zeros in the transmission range, so that is correct. Now we're going to put the transmission in reverse. Okay, we have the transmission selected in reverse, and we see here that the transmission is in reverse, but the signal here, it's not correct. It shows that we are at 0100, and if we look at the chart here, we look for 0100, which is 0100. It's in between reverse and neutral, so this is not reading correctly. So the transmission range sensor is supposed to be 1100, and we are at 0100 in between 2 gears. So neutral safety switch shows here that you might be out of adjustment, but this is not the case. The customer already installed a new neutral safety switch or transmission range sensor, and I had this good use one, and they show the same exact reading. So that's what we're going to diagnose to see if we have one of the wires shorted to ground. Now let's put this transmission in neutral. Okay, I got the transmission in neutral, and it's reading 0110. That's what our range sensor it's reading at right now. And we go here to neutral, 0110. That's the correct reading where it should be. So right now we're having an issue with reverse, and neutral is perfect, park is perfect. Now let's continue to overdrive range. Okay, we have our vehicle in the overdrive range, and if we look up here, it says park neutral, and if we look at the current reading, we're at 0111, 0 and 3 ones. Now let's look at the chart. In the overdrive range, we should be at 1, 1, all 4. All 4 should have ones on it. The first TR4 is 12 volts, TR3 it's 1.5, TR2 is 12 volts, and TR1 should be 12 volts. So we're having an issue here that is not the correct reading, and it should be all 4 ones. And what we got there, it's 0 and 3 ones. 0, 1, 1, 1. Okay, let's continue to put it in drive. This vehicle has a column shifter, so it doesn't have an overdrive button. Where it's going from overdrive to drive and then manual low. Okay, let's go to drive. Okay, we have our transmission in drive, and it shows here that it's still in park neutral. It's not showing drive. Now we look at the binary code, and it's at 0001. Okay, and let's look at our chart. Okay, in drive we should be at 1010 in which is manual third. This doesn't have manual second. Okay, well, it should be 1001. So here we have an open. Now let's go ahead and put it in manual low. Okay, now that we have our shift selector to manual low and it's reading correctly, manual low, and the binary code is at 0011. 0011. Now let's look at our chart. Okay, we see that our chart at manual low, we have 0, 0, 1, and 1. Okay, so in park, we should have 0, 0, 0, 0. We should have no voltage at all. So let's check our oscilloscope and see what it looks like. Okay, I'm having an issue here with the reflection on the screen, and I try to zoom in as best as possible. I got my manual lever position sensor or the transmission range sensor disconnected, and I have all of my 4 leads connected directly to the computer, and what I'm showing here, what I see here, it's I should have battery voltage on all 4 terminals, and I have on channel 1 I have 8.79, channel 2 8.82, channel 3, the driver for channel 3, it's 11.49, and for channel 4 it's shorted to ground. But I already checked continuity from the TCM connector all the way to the transmission range sensor connector. There's no short to voltage, there's no short to ground. I have 0 ohms continuity on each individual wires, so all my wiring is good. The manual lever precision sensor, 1 new and 1 good used ones, they both show the same. I should have battery voltage on all 4 of these leads with the transmission range sensor disconnected. And what I see here, only one of the drivers, you have 4 drivers here, one of the drivers is the only good, which is TR transmission range TR3, which is my on channel 3, which is the white with the black wire. I have good signal there, and channel 4 or TR4, which is the red and the black wire, the driver is shorted to ground internally in the powertrain control module, and that's what we see here. My connector's good, my connections are good, my wires are good, they're not shorted to voltage or ground, and what we see here, the evidence shows and points to us that it's going to be an internal powertrain control module driver failure. Okay, I got my transmission range sensor disconnected here. Transmission range sensor, it's down here. That's our transmission range sensor. Now let's look at the transmission range, see where it's at. It's showing on the D range, or the digital, it's showing 0100. See here, 0100. And we go to our chart, 0100. It's in between park and reverse. And our manual error position sensor is disconnected. Okay, let's go ahead and plug it in. See what changes. Okay, it went from it's 0000. It's where it's supposed to be. Transmission range 0.02 voltage, and transmission range part neutral. So we have concluded that our powertrain control module is defective on this vehicle. On the rest of the ranges, it's not showing what it's supposed to be. You put it in reverse and it goes open. Our 4 leads connected directly to the transmission, to the powertrain control module. Once it is disconnected, it should go voltage high or high voltage or open circuit, which is battery voltage. We're not seeing that, so our conclusion is powertrain control module driver failure. After a PCM replacement, we have to reset the security system. Right now we're gaining access. In progress, it says that this operation has been successful. We press OK. Security access granted. Press OK. Now we're going to ignition key code erase and program. It's going to require 2 keys, and we have both keys in hand. And we press OK. We have a warning: you will need 2 keys to start the vehicle. Do you wish to continue? Press OK. Operation in progress. OK. This operation has been successful. All known keys have been erased. You must now program a minimum of 2 keys. We press OK. Turn the ignition off. Disconnect the scan tool from the vehicle. Wait 10 seconds. Cycle number 1, key into ignition from off to run for at least 3 seconds. We do the second key, the same thing, and then the original first key, and the 2 keys will not be programmed. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and press OK. Okay, first ignition key from off to run, 3 seconds. Take it off. Second key. Three seconds. We remove it. First key. 3 seconds. There we go. Vehicle is running. Okay, the reason we replaced the powertrain control module on this one is because the TR transmission range 4 was shorted to ground internally in the powertrain control module. Now we're going to go through the shift quadrant and see what it reads. So we're going to look at the TRC digital transmission range calculation from TR1 through 4, and it's going to show us what gear it is. So we're in park. Reverse. Before it was showing in between park and reverse. Neutral. In overdrive range, it was going all the way to manual low. On manual second, it would go to manual low, and manual low, manual low. So now we have confirmed that we have fixed this problem on this vehicle. The problem was not the transmission. Transmission was not shifting. Transmission range sensor was replaced with a new one. It was not the transmission range sensor. It was the powertrain control module. And this concludes our diagnostics and repair for this 2000 Ford Taurus with an AX4N transmission. This is Dr. Tranny signing off. If you have any comments or questions, just leave them down below. Thanks for watching.